there's a lot of things I appreciate about this movie, man. As usual, we're gonna keep it spoiler free in the beginning. What I really like about this joint is it gave me Saw 1 vibes. On that smaller scale, that more focused. It's not a Conjuring, it's not an Insidious. It's got a different feel to it. In the beginning, it's building up, and then when it ramps up, we're like, whee, here we go. James Wan like, yeah, motherfuckers, y'all ready? Y'all ready to do this? And then it just goes and it don't stop. That's why I appreciate about this fucking movie, man. Like I love the way James Wan executes movies. Like I'm already a fan of his stuff. Always have been. Like the shots that he picks, I love it. The music that goes along with what he picks, I love it.
Amen.
The story that he tells, I love it.
Amen.
This is a movie that some people might they might nitpick certain things about. They might say this, they might say that. And okay, all right, it is what it is. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool. Like everyone's like something different, but this right here, I really appreciate what was done in this motherfucker, yo.
You don't talk yet?
Cause the trailer didn't really give you too much. It didn't give you anything, man, because like there's stuff that happened in this movie like, yo, what the fuck? You wouldn't guess it at all. You wouldn't guess the shit at all. And that's what I really enjoy.
I think that's what. So you used the word appreciation, right? Mm-hmm. This movie was all about appreciation as far as respecting how he set this shit up.
This shit was about setup and payoff. Like that setup right there. You uneasy because things are happening. Like, what, huh? Yeah. And he doing that shit where like, what's that over there? Mm-hmm. And you waiting for the jump scare and it don't happen.
Yep.
You're like, huh? What? Yep. And he waiting to smack you when you least expect it. I knew that shit was gonna happen. Like, and it's ramping up. You're like, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? Nah. We good. So you don't know whether to be easy or to be tense. That shit is effective, yo.
Not only is it effective, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, but James Wan went into this movie and he directed this shit with a Kobe Bryant mentality. Mm-hmm. And I say that because the nigga took a chance. Mm-hmm. He took a shot. This didn't feel like The Conjuring. Nope. It didn't feel like Saw. Nope. In a way it did.
Well, it did. It felt
in a way. This didn't feel like Insidious. Mm. This didn't feel like Dead Silence. Mm. James Wan walked into the studio and he said, look, I'm going to try something different. Mm-hmm. Be patient with me. This movie required you to have patience and trust. Because in the beginning, the movie has a certain amount of time where you feel like the movie is losing you. Because it feels like they're playing with your emotions and you're like, hold up, maybe this shit ain't good. Then in the middle of the fucking movie, James Wan says, all right, we're going to turn this bitch up a little bit. Like a DJ. And the movie goes into fast-paced pickup mode. Mm. Now you're sitting there looking like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. This, and that. So that's where my respect and my appreciation comes in. James Wan literally took a chance and it paid off in my mind because I was one of those ignorant niggas in the theater who was about to say, man, this shit sucks. But it got to a point where I realized why he had to start the movie off a certain way.
And that's why you gotta have patience. Now, I wasn't one of them motherfuckers because like I was invested the whole time because like the way things were happening, I was sitting there and I was waiting for it to happen because I knew eventually what we're seeing is going to lead to something else that you don't think of. And like in my head, I'm trying to put it together. I'm like, is it that? Is it that? Is it that? Like it's like I'm a detective. Had the trench coat on, even had the cigar, had the notebook. Huh? Is it that? That? I'm trying to put together the puzzle and shit like that. Like
Inspector Gadget Negro.
I was trying the whole time, yo. I was trying the whole time, and I still didn't get it. I mean, I was taking notes and everything, and my notes were wrong.
Why'd you bring it?
Because I was trying to. I just told you. I'm trying to put.
You bought a fucking notepad and glasses that you bought from Family Dollar. The prescription of them bitches don't really work.
Oh, look who's talking. What are you wearing right now? Look who's talking. The pot calling the kettle burnt.
Bitch, what? No, okay, you didn't like the way I dressed. I fucks with that. I get it. I wasn't prepared. I was rushing. You broke the iron. I couldn't iron my shit. But the way that you went into this movie was unexpected. You had a notebook. I thought she carried a notebook. You had a notebook, you had a top hat, and you had glasses that you wore from a doll, so that wasn't really relevant within years. So when you went into this movie, I really felt as though you had your own cheat code. Because I'm over there looking at you like, why are you writing shit down?
I was trying.
But when the movie turned around, I could see why you wrote shit down, because it helped you understand why shit was happening, which is why I asked you so many fucking questions when we left.
This shit was crazy, man. And it's something that I don't really want to say too much. That's why I'm being careful with my words right now in the spoiler-free section, because I don't want to say too much that's going to give it away. So I'm just going to say I love the shit. I loved it. I would say if you're a fan of thrillers, horrors, and all that, go see this shit, man. If you're a fan of James Wan and good storytelling, go see this shit, yo. Just go see it. And that's all I'm going to say on that, because like any more is going to give it away and it's going to be saying too much. Go see the shit. 3, 2, 1. On that fucking note.
Spoilers.
This shit, man. You see some shit in the beginning. First of all, motherfuckers is dying in the beginning of the fucking movie. As soon as it come on. In the beginning, niggas is dying. Niggas getting their shit broke. Niggas getting stabbed, broken, crushed, all that shit. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, we gotta cut out the cancer. And that line right there gets your mind, working. Like the hamster is on the wheel doing this. You're like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What is that? You start writing the notes down. What could it be? And then, you know what I mean? They cut the present day. And this shit is just, it's wild because like the chick walk in the room, boyfriend is watching TV and the stuff he says, it's like
rude.
You initially you think he cares, but then like he starts talking, you're like, oh, he a piece of shit. And then they get into a little argument. He fucking takes a head and bangs it against the wall, and right then you're like, yo, what the fuck? It's like, and it's so quick. It's like, yo, did that just happen? Like it's raw. And the dent is in the wall, the head's bleeding. You're like, yo, what is going on? Like, goddamn. And then, you know what I mean, shit start happening. Motherfucker get. They start immediately, yo. Right after that happened, then shit start getting creepy. And, he's downstairs on the couch. He's hearing shit. Shit's opening. Then you get that scene from the trailer where she's sitting on the couch.
Oh, my God.
And then you turn the light on, and she gone. She's gone. And I love that shit. He looks over there, and immediately, he gets got. You don't know how yet. So they cut back to her. She come downstairs. My man's head is twisted backwards and bent. It's twisted backwards and it's bent.
And she left out the theater and she came right back. She's a punk.
I said, yo, my man did this with his head. Like, he must have turned that shit around like
fun.
Like 5 different times. Shit was just like this and backwards. I was like, God damn.
That scene fucked me up because when he walked in the kitchen, he heard the blender. I said, oh shit, the demon's gonna fuck him up.
With the blender?
With the blender.
That's what I thought. Because like when James Wan shows things, and he'll show things that you think are intentional, but it's to throw you off.
It's to throw you off.
The camera will sit on something. You're like, is it relevant? Is it relevant? And then something else will happen. Like, huh? What's that? Like that type shit.
And that's where the word appreciation comes into play because, like you said, the blender. So people who don't really watch movies and people who really watch movies, everybody is going to think the same thing.
Yeah.
He's going to die by the blender.
Because usually in a horror film, if they hold on something, that means, he gonna kill him, but he gonna kill him with the blender. Let's wait for it. 3, 2, and this one. What happened? Where the blender at? Like, you know what I mean? That type of shit. Like, he holds on and is like, are we gonna use it?
Yep.
Maybe not. You gotta keep watching. And then nah, that's just to throw you off.
Yep.
And then you see the fridge and all that shit, and you don't know what the fuck is going on, and the motherfuckers show up. No blender used, no nothing. So notes, crossed it out. Because no, the blender's not used. Like, that shit is just wild. And then she comes down, she sees him, and then right after that, she sees the shadow come up, and then she's out.
She's out.
And then that's when you get the other scene from the trailer where the motherfucker banging on the door, and she fucking flies back.
Yep.
And so right there and there, you're like, yo, what the fuck is going on? There's so much shit in this movie that's just so fucking wild. The kills in this shit, god damn. The kills in this movie are fucking raw. They're raw. Gordon Ramsay type shit. Raw. Like, it's just wild. is fucking wild because it's so violent, man.
You want to talk about it?
It's so fucking violent, and then you got the scenes with the tension where shit is building up, and then you got the darkness, and you look at the dark like, what's that? What's happening? You trying to inspect the shit with the magnifying glass on some real Inspector Gadget shit, but then no, it's something else. Like he's messing with you the whole fucking movie. When he went into the fucking backstory, and you finding out what's going on bit by bit, shit is creepy, yo. Shit is fucking creepy.
Hold up, nigga. Bring the word appreciation back into play. When they jumped into the backstory, they didn't jump into the backstory and give you the full backstory. They gave you pieces of the backstory. Segments. So in the back, first of all, when they first showed you the backstory, that was some creepy ass shit. And it got me emotional because her backstory was on some, she's been experiencing bullshit her whole life.
Yeah, there was layers to the backstory too. Like you get it in chunks and little segments, and you're trying to solve the case. You're trying to build it. Like, what's going on? Is it this? Is it that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is she seeing what the motherfucker is seeing? Like, the sister thinks it's like a psychic connection to the killer. You don't know. Like, you can't discount that. You're trying to put it together, but you don't really know what's going on. You just know that the motherfucker's killing niggas violently, and he mad. He talking through radio and shit like that. You know what I mean? Changing the station like a DJ. Like, I will fuck your shit up. Like that type of shit. You're like, oh shit, he mad as fuck.
All you heard, the nigga was really using radios to talk his shit. And I fucked with him on a different level.
Cause like he can't talk like he talking through that shit. You know what I mean? And you don't know why. You don't know what's going on. So like you're trying to put the shit together. All while he's killing motherfuckers, and she's seeing the shit. First of all, that effect when she like dips into his world and things start melting away.
Yeah,
that shit's excellent.
Yeah, that shit was excellent.
It's almost like some Silent Hill shit where shit starts like melting away, and then another location like emerges. I'm like, damn, that shit is crazy. That shit is slick. That shit is slick.
But even though they showed you certain shit, and I'm asking you this as a nigga who has been watching. And I'm asking you personally, you've watched horror movies a lot during your lifetime.
Yep.
Was there any minute, even within the first hour, where James Wan was starting to lose you, even a little bit? You and be honest, not saying you won't, but what I'm saying is, was there a small amount of loss within your mind where you really thought this movie was losing you?
Me personally, no. Because like I got so much faith in the motherfucker. Like I know that if a movie is slow, it's slow for a reason in the beginning to build things up and establish a story and you know drop the little hints and all that, and then it's gonna come back around. Because like I got the Saw 1 vibe in this the whole time, and you know how that shit ended. So I'm like, Saw 1 was in my head the whole time. So I'm like, oh man, this shit gonna be crazy. Right. Like it's ramping up. It's like we gonna get there. So I'm like, I'm invested. Slow burns are fine for me. Okay. Now, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a slow burn. It's like it's more accelerated than a slow burn. But you know, it starts slow and then it ramps up. At the beginning, it might be too slow for some people. You know, not everybody has the attention span that I do, or you know, knows to appreciate shit like that. But like I know it was leading somewhere, so I'm paying attention to all the clues dropped, what's going on, shit like this. You know, they throwing things every now and then to throw you off, and I'm paying attention to everything. So there was no point in this movie personally where it lost me, honestly, because like I know what James Wan does, and I was invested the whole time based on the fact that he knows how to tell a fucking story and know how to deliver, you know, like great visuals and all that shit. So I was in there the whole time.
I fucks with that because, in other words, you're saying your faith in him allows you to stay patient and understand.
Yeah, like I knew it's leading somewhere. It's like it's not like the movie won't be slow and then nothing happened. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like I knew that's not his style. So like I already knew that it would be crazy. So like, and it's not like it was losing me because it was slow. I enjoyed what was happening. Like I'm you know, checking out the characters. I'm trying to see if the cop and the sister gonna get together. You know, they flirting. The fucking chick that like him that was openly flirting. I liked her. I'm like, you know, it's kind of cute, kind of adorable.
She gave me a better version of Felicity.
Yeah. Felicity, except you actually give a fuck about her. You know what I mean? That type of shit. That's what she was like, and she was cute. She was cute, like dropping them hints and all that. I'm like, oh, like I feel bad for you. I date you. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
To be honest with you, I wish that all females would act like her.
Wouldn't that be something? Because you would actually fucking know. Like, I mean, she just openly said it. You know what I mean? And she like winking and nudging and all that. It's like, I mean, it would be nice. And we'll be going off on a tangent. That's something else. Anyway, but like, Like I knew it was leading somewhere, and then when the backstory started happening, I'm like, oh shit, what happened? What's going on? She talking to Gabriel, what the fuck? And then they had that scene with the fucking the birthday cake, and it's like he talking to her on the phone. She's like, a surprise? What kind of surprise? Okay, and then she gets the knife, like, oh shit, what's happening? You see her at the cake, like, oh okay, but then you thinking, and you're like, this motherfucker wouldn't call her to cut a birthday cake. What's going on? In my mind, I'm like, yo. She's standing over the pregnant mother. And then the shit just ripples away and shit up with the knife. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker wanted her to cut the baby out of the mother. That's crazy.
Gabriel was a fucked up individual.
Yo, that shit was wild.
He created images the whole movie.
Messing with her the whole time. And you don't really know what's going on. You're like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Like, she's seeing this shit, so how? Like, shit's happening over there, but she's over here. What's going on? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening. And then, you know what I mean? You start seeing a bunch of shit, and then you see, you know what I mean? The sister drives up to that fucking crazy ass the hospital, the remains of it,
which castle looking joint.
Yeah, like, yo, scary as fuck. Like I almost stood up because I'm like, yo, what's going to happen? That whole motherfucker was dark.
Yeah.
That whole thing was dark, and she had to go in the fucking basement. So she a G for that shit. Because if that was me, I'm like, oh well, I guess people are fucked because I'm not doing this shit. Like I would never. I would never.
Did you hear what she said when she looked at, so there were labels on the wall?
Yeah, she's like, oh, of course.
And I like that because James Bond always makes his characters realistic.
She knew it. She's like, God damn it. But it's the love for her sister. It's like, right. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. You know, we ride or die. So
it made the characters believable because if that was me and you, we read the basement. Oh, sorry, my sister's going.
Hey, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? I loved you, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Peace. You know what I mean? I'll remember you.
The fucking sister looking, so you're not going to help me? Here we give you. Don't help the bitch. All right, nigga, you got it. You got it. I ain't go to that fucking basement.
So she finds the tape, she finds the thing, and like first she starts reading it, and she hears the sounds like, and then next thing she's in the crib. She's like, fuck reading this shit here. We going to the house.
She really.
Next thing she was at the fucking house, like, nah, I ain't reading this shit here. Like, fuck this.
I looked around the theater because I was trying to figure out, did anybody else catch that? She heard the note. She said, I'll read
it. Home. Yeah, she at home now. She fucking teleports. She's like, fuck this.
Everybody said, what the fuck?
Yeah. So like at this time, like, you know what I mean, she the sister is in jail because, you know, like pretty much got set up, chick fall through the roof. You can't explain that shit, like, I didn't know she was there. It's not me. Like, even though that's you know what I mean, what it was like, yeah, she's in your fucking roof, like, I don't believe you. And the weapons are up there. Lock her the fuck up. So she locked the fuck up.
Right.
She don't know what the fuck is going on. Can't say shit about it. Everybody in there, you know, they big and tough. What you doing in here? You know what I mean? You in the wrong neighborhood. They all
like, I don't want any problems.
They all big and bad. And then meanwhile, you know, the sister find the stuff. She go back and watch the tapes, and that's when you see Gabriel. And that's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen in a movie. When they turn this motherfucker around and you see him on the back, you're like, yo,
attached to her.
Yo, and this motherfucker sitting there like this, straight up like Busta Rhymes video, like just the creepy version sitting there like this, like, bitch, don't touch me, like, you know what I mean, that type of shit, just ready to wild on anybody that look at him the wrong way. I'm like, that was creepy, yo, that was creepy. That was fucking creepy. And then you find out what Gabriel actually is and why they got that link and everything like that and how they had to fucking do the surgery, and you find out what cut out the cancer means and how they cut that shit off and pushed the rest back in the head because they couldn't take too much out. Because if they did, she's done. She's done. So they did what they could do and then pushed the rest in the head. And that's why, you know, when the motherfucker hit her, pushed her against the wall and damaged the head, Gabriel woke the fuck up and started snapping immediately. Didn't waste no time. Immediately, bop, 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 head twisted around. Immediately. He been mad for years. So then she you know what I mean, in the jail cell, they all big and bad, like, yeah, what's up, bitch? Yeah. Push her head against the wall, and then boom, that's all it takes. And then they start kicking her. Gabriel popped the fuck, and that scene was disgusting too. Disgusting. You see the fucking shit pop out of her head. And that shit was fucking nasty. That was fucking nasty. That was. And speaking of nasty, let me take it back to the beginning of the fucking movie was nasty because, like, during opening credits, you see the fucking surgery, and that shit was nasty. Great opening sequence though, but then you see them actually, you know, doing the surgery. That shit is wild as fuck. But anyway, back to that shit. Shit pop out of the head, and then fucking shit start twisting around. She pretty much go to sleep. Gabriel's here now. Gabriel like, this is my body. Moving backwards. Stretch everybody in that. And that scene was crazy too.
That's the only time I cheered for that nigga.
Yo.
That's the only time I cheered for because I said she needs help.
Shit was getting broken. Bones was popping out. People was getting their face smashed in like that. And then the main bitch that was so hyped, she's sitting there at the bar. Help, 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 guard, please, please.
The way she was pushing niggas to get that
Like,
work first.
bop, 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 like that shit. Like, it reminded me of Upgrade. It reminds me of Upgrade when he was on autopilot, just fucking niggas up like that. Bop, bop, bop.
Yep.
Head going over there, leg going over there, that type of shit. Just going backwards the whole time. I don't know how the fuck it did that. That shit looked crazy.
And she was just asleep.
Everybody was dead. Yo. And she ended up getting the main chick, and the cop finally came. He started blasting.
He break.
Gabriel used her as a fucking human shield. It's like, you ain't worth it anyway. Like, bop, 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 bop. Took him out. Like, got everybody in that motherfucker. And then, we got a scene that fucking rivals the fucking police shootout in Terminator 1. That's what that shit reminded me of. Because how many cops was in that motherfucker? And she killed all of them.
New Stretch City.
She killed all of them. Like, all of them either got the shit torn off, burnt, bent, broken. Like, I was like, God damn, everybody got fucked up. Dude. And the way she was moving, just dodging over shit and going backwards the whole time, just wop, 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 wop. I'm like, damn.
Now, I can see somebody else watching this shit questioning this. How did Gabriel learn those moves? I can see anybody questioning that shit. But it didn't bother me. It was just to watch Gabriel stretch every police officer in the precinct and dodge bullets like fucking Neo. I said
the reason why I didn't question it is this motherfucker knows how to affect electricity. Like right. The motherfucker's he's always been powerful. If he can fucking turn off the lights, like if he can control that shit and he's that aggressive and that strong, yeah, he knows some shit.
But it showed you that Gabriel was not just like a parasitic connection. He was really the nigga was an inner demon.
Fueled by rage.
Yep.
Fueled by rage. He been mad as fuck. Like, he got the short end of the stick. He was like, this is what I gotta deal with. This is me. Like, what the fuck is this? And then y'all gonna cut me off and shit. Like, he been mad for years. Like, y'all trying to get rid of me? All right, bitch.
And all he wanted to do was live, apparently. But when those doctors started to fuck with him and said he gotta go, Gabriel was like,
I can't do nothing about this. Try me, motherfucker. Try me. Like, he pissed the fuck off. I'm like, you think about it. I don't want to empathize with Gabriel, but it's like, you think about it. You be mad too. You can't do shit about your situation. You stuck on somebody. You're stuck on them, and you just pissed off.
Like somebody stuck inside of. It's like somebody was. The way that he was in the back of her head, it's like somebody was stuck in cement.
Yeah. You fused. You fused. You can't do shit about it.
She had to live her life, and
I'm like, yo, so when this motherfucker took over, everybody died. And the funniest thing, like when the main two cops came back, they had a little altercation. He took them out immediately. I mean, they didn't die, but like one cut across the stomach with the knife, like get the fuck out of here. Other one broke his arm.
Arm is on the
like
chair.
No hesitation. And then they tried to get out. He looked at them, grabbed that chair, he's like, bitch. Just hit him with the chair. He ain't even bother to kill him. It's like, I could kill you if I want to. Get your ass out.
He threw the chair so hard, all you heard was
just hit him like that. Like god damn, this motherfucking mad.
Both of them niggas on the ass.
Holy shit. Went straight to the hospital. I'm like, this shit is just wild. It was done so crazy. It was done so crazy. Like I said, when it ramped up, that shit just didn't let up. Like it was just going like death. Like I don't know how many bodies Gabriel dropped. I don't know how many, but it was a lot. It was a lot. Like he got bodies, yo. Like I don't know how many cops was in that precinct, but it was a lot of them.
There were a lot of them.
I need a comparison that compared to Terminator 1 and see who killed the most. Cause we run a neck and neck right now. We run a neck and neck.
This movie, and I'm just saying this shit in general. Like there are going to be mixed reviews on this shit, and I respect that. But at the end of the day, I have to give it up to James Wan because I didn't see the plot twist coming. I didn't either. Nobody. I didn't either. And because I didn't see it coming, it puts me in a position where I tell myself I fucking love the movie based off the fact that this shit was I love it when somebody introduces me to something that I just wasn't prepared for.
Yeah. Like, we love being surprised. We love being surprised. Like, if you can outthink me, you did your job. Like, because I was trying to put it together, and I still didn't. I never would have guessed it was that. And the way it was done, it was like there was some creepy imagery in that shit, yo. That shit was creepy. And them kills was crazy. People were dying in some crazy fucking ways. And then the fact that, like, the motherfucker, it's like she thought she was in control, but she really wasn't.
The whole
and then
time.
to find out that motherfucker was eating the babies too.
Right.
Like, absorbing the fetuses and all that.
When the sister said, look, he was killing your babies. She was like...
That's all it took. Like, bitch, what? Became Neo. It's like, okay, all right.
You can tell Gabriel probably said, oh shit, why you tell her? Why the fuck did you tell her?
And he thought he was in control. And like right after that, shot the sister in the head. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Goddamn. But then you find out that like, nah, that one thing, that's what woke the sister up. And like, all right, what you can do, I can do too. And turn that shit right back around. I'm like, yo, goddamn.
Lock that nigga away. And Gabriel was like, no, not again.
And the crazy thing is like, he's still there though. He's still there. So he could pop out at any time. Like, she has to actually mentally be strong enough to control that shit, or else that's it. Now, I don't know if that's a happy ending. It's probably not, because you know she's going away for life. Like, you can't explain that shit. You just killed a whole precinct full of cops. It wasn't me. It was Gabriel. Get the fucking jail. You know what I mean? They putting her under the jail.
But what happens when? All right. I mean, we like when we on the way home. I think we all can agree on this movie can have a part 2. Do you know why? She's going to jail. That's one thing. And at the same time, her real mother was raped. Which means that the father was the one who implanted his demonic seed. If James Wan wanted to go in that direction and explain who the father really is. It's not... Gabriel didn't extend from nothing. You get what I'm saying? So I like the movie even more when I realized a part 2 is possible if he had time for the shit.
It is, but I doubt he would do a part 2.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if he would, because I mean, there's a lot more to discover, but I think it's better just left open to interpretation. Like, you know what I mean? You know, you put the piece together in your head. I'm just trying to think where she can go from this. Like, she's fucked.
Jail.
She's fucked.
Jail. That's where she goes.
She's fucked. She is fucked. Like, ain't nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. And that motherfucker waiting for you to come out. He waiting. He like, hit her on the head. Hit her on the head. Like, he's just fucking waiting. He's fucking waiting.
And he was the reason why her head bled the whole fucking movie. Because I was like, hold up, she went to the hospital. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I'm like, why is the head bleeding? Why is it bleeding? And then when you find out, you're like, damn.
We thought we knew why her head was bleeding because we said the boyfriend really fucked her
up.
But if you go to the hospital, which she did after the cops found her body on the floor, we said, damn, her head can't be bleeding because they probably stitched her shit up. No, the boyfriend woke Gabriel up to the point where whatever stitches she probably had, Gabriel said, excuse me.
He's sitting there, bop, 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 punch all them stitches off. He's like, yo, I'm here, bitch. Like, we doing this shit. Like, and he starts stretching everybody that fucking tried to get rid of him. Like, it was personal.
The transformations were crazy. So to find out she was literally there the whole time.
Yeah.
That
like,
really fucked me up.
You think about it, you're like, yo, that shit is wild, man.
Wild.
That's fucking wild. Just hijacking her fucking body. She was a damn puppet. She was asleep the whole time. She was seeing the shit. Thought she was connected. No, you were actually there. You were actually there. And just couldn't do nothing about it.
It fucks me up now because if I date a chick with a lot of hair, I have to check the back of her head.
You gotta check the back of the head. You sitting there, hey, what's up, baby? You hugging, and then you just feeling the back of her head, like, any stitches? We cool? Is the head bigger than normal?
Right.
Okay, all right,
like,
cool.
You good? Why'd you check the back of my head? Don't worry.
Like, you know, it's a massage. It's a massage.
Really? You spread my hair apart in the back.
This shit ruined me because now any chick with long hair, I gotta check the back of your head now. I'm sorry, because like, I don't want no chances, yo. I don't want to end up, you know, head backwards and me broken in half, something like that. Like, I can't risk it, yo. I can't risk it. Somebody else might have did you dirty, and then I pay for it. Like, no,
right? It's not.
I don't want to suffer somebody else's mistake, and I don't want to. You know what I mean? I just gotta. I'm a cautious motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm a cautious nigga.
I can't.
So
I couldn't deal with no shit like that. You dating the shorty, you wake up in the middle of the night and she pull one of these numbers.
If she even like I'm sorry, even if she's stretching or scratching her head, if I see this,
Yep.
If I see that,
Yep.
Whatever window was around,
Yep.
I don't care. I don't care what you're doing. Like, don't even stretch around me because now I'm like, what we doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't. I'm sorry.
She's trying to figure out why'd you dive head first out of the
Like, I can't. Like, if you got an itch on your head,
Yep.
that's all it takes for me. Cause as soon as you scratch this up here, I'm gone. I'm gone, yo. You'll never see me again. You will never see me again. Fuck that.
Gabriel using your toothbrush.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. That's not happening.
You know?
Consider me gone. And I'm looking too. I'm looking.
That shit is crazy because the whole time we were trying to figure out why was Gabriel running and walking and looking like that? Like he looked backwards the whole movie. And come to find out, he was backwards. Damn, that movie had a lot of shit.
Like, man.
You gotta watch this shit. You have to watch this shit and you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because when they start to give you the puzzle pieces, you have to be ready to connect the dots because you have to keep your eyes open the whole fucking movie.
Yep.
And that's what makes this movie, that is what makes me appreciate this movie. James Wan made sure that whatever you saw in the beginning made sense at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about good directors. Good directors will honestly put you in a position where you don't question them when you walk out that fucking theater.
Oh no, there was some disturbing imagery in this motherfucker, yo. There's some shit that I saw. I'm like, what the fuck?
What fucked you up the most, image-wise?
Man, it's just a lot of that shit. Mainly like him popping out in the jail, like just her doing this shit and him just popping out and just there. I'm like, that's fucking nasty. And seeing him for the first time, full body on the back of it, nah, that shit, that's nightmare fuel right there. That's nightmare fuel. If I ever see it in my dream, I'm waking the fuck up. I'm like, I'm waking myself up. Like, I don't care. I can be in the middle of a crazy ass dream, not even lucid, whatever like that. If I see that in my dream, I'm waking myself the fuck up because I'm not. Nah, fuck that. I don't want to ever see that again. I don't want to see that shit.
Me either, man.
Nah.
Fuck that. Fuck all
nope.
that. Fuck. I'm serious. Like, that's not cute. That ain't cool.
Nah. I'm definitely glad I saw this in the theater though. Like, it's on HBO Max, and yeah, that's cool. But like, my first viewing had to be in the theater. Something like this, I had to watch in the theater, and I'm glad I did. I don't know if I'll watch it on HBO Max because if I see Gabriel full body and I'm sitting in the crib alone, nah, man. Nah, because now I'm looking at the door there. I got 3 doors in this motherfucker. Any of them could open.
Right.
I'm not risking the shit.
You looking in the corner of your ceiling. He up there on.
Yeah, nah, fuck that, man. Nah. I got to be spinning around in my chair while I watch the movie now just to make sure I look at every fucking corner and all the ceilings and the floor. Nah, I don't want to do that shit. I can't pay attention.
Gabriel reminded me of the demon boy from Sinister, though. If you look at Sinister, Gabriel had the same image.
Yeah, kinda.
And that's and the dude from Sinister haunted me for years after that movie came out. Like, that shit
it was creepy. He was creepy. Like, something about creepy imagery, man. That shit stays in your head. It's hard to forget that shit, man. And that's why we love horror. We like to torture ourselves. I don't know why we like horror films, man. Because it scares the fuck out of us. I don't know. We're a glutton for punishment.
But we deal with it.
We're a glutton for punishment. It's like Terminator said in Part 2. We were designed to destroy ourselves. Because, like, we're a glutton for punishment. Like, it scares the fuck out of us. But, like, ooh, I want more. Why, though? Why do we want to torture ourselves like that? I don't know. I don't get it. But I enjoyed it, though. I fucking enjoyed it. I'm glad that I fucking saw it. James Wan, whatever you do, I'm there day one. Aquaman is up next. Of course, I'm there day one. You know what I mean? So, you a winner in my book, baby. Keep doing what you do. If you want to toss us another horror film, I'll be there day one, too. But, keep doing your thing and love what you do, man. I love what you do.
Who is he?
Woo! Fuck everybody in that house.
Gabriel. Who is Gabriel?
Jesus.
You're the only one that can see him.
Turn the lights on.
He wants to talk to you.
Damn.